Good morning, one and all. Today's our topic is the response of HPRC for ramp input. Okay, here in this, it is the input signal, which is the ramp input signal, and this is the HPRC circuit. For this HPRC circuit, I am applying the ramp input signal, and we will observe how the output waveform will appear. Okay, for this, the input equation for this ramp input signal, we know the V input of T equal to, we know V input of T equal to alpha into T. So in order to find out the output expression V naught of T, we have to find out the output expression. We know the formula that V input into transfer function of this HPRC circuit. Both the product of this one, we will get the output function. So in order to get that output equation, we have to convert this time domain input signal into the S domain. So in order to convert time domain to S domain, that is in the frequency, we have to use the Laplace transform. Using Laplace transform, the V input of T is converted to V input of S. Then V input of S equal to alpha into 1 by S square. We know the formula that T, the time domain T, that is a linear function T equal to 1 by S square using Laplace transform. We all know that formulas. So the V input of S equal to alpha by S square. And also the transfer function of HPRC circuit. What is the transfer function of HPRC circuit? We have derived in the first class. You can also see that video which is mentioned in the description also. Okay, here the transfer function H of S equal to S tau by 1 plus S tau. So now we have to calculate the output expression. Now the output V out of S equal to V input of S into H of S. Substitute V input of S and H of S in this formula. We will get alpha by S square into S tau by 1 plus S tau. Okay. Now cross multiply the common terms. Here the square and S term will cancel. Then it is represented as alpha S into RC by 1 plus S into RC. Since we know tau is nothing but the time constant R and C. Okay. Now taking that common as RC from the above equation, taking the RC as common, 1 by RC plus S. Now RC and RC get cancels. Then V out of S equal to, then we get V out of S equal to alpha by S into 1 by S plus 1 by RC. Okay, this is the V out of S. Okay, now taking partial fraction, in order to convert this S domain into time domain and applying of inverse Laplace transform, we must have the 1 by S plus A, but it is the product of S into A terms. So in order to get simplification, taking partial fractions, then we get as alpha, the output expression we have to write alpha by S into S plus 1 by RC equal to A by S plus B by S plus 1 by RC. Okay, this can be written as alpha we all know in the previous session we have also done like this. If you want, you can go through those things. A into S plus 1 by RC plus B into S by S into S plus 1 by RC. Both the denominators get cancelled. Now alpha equal to A into S plus 1 by RC plus B into S. Okay. Now simplify. And get the values of A and B. Values of A and B by substituting what you have to substitute? S equal to 0 and S equal to minus 1 by RC. Okay. Now substitute these values here. Then we will get, first substitute S equal to 0 in this equation. Then we will get alpha equal to A into S equal to 0. No, alpha equal to A into 1 by RC plus 0 equal to alpha. Now alpha equal to A by RC and A equal to alpha into RC term we will get. And similarly substitute S equal to minus 1 by RC. Okay. Then alpha equal to A into minus 1 by RC plus 1 by RC plus B into minus 1 by RC. In the below in the expression we will get alpha equal to 0 minus B by RC. So then the B equal to minus alpha RC. Now substitute these two values in the output expression. Now substitute these A and B values in output expression. In output. Then we will get V naught of S equal to alpha RC by S minus alpha RC by S plus 1 by RC. You will get this one. Now in order to take now we have to take the inverse Laplace transform in order to get the output equation in terms of time domain t. So this can be represented like this: V naught of S equal to alpha RC into 1 by S minus alpha RC into 1 by S plus 1 by RC. Now taking inverse Laplace transform in order to convert this S domain into T domain. Okay. Taking inverse Laplace transform. Now taking inverse Laplace transform, we will get V naught of t equal to alpha RC. 1 by S is nothing but 1 minus alpha RC into e power of minus t by RC. Okay. This is the output expression. Now we can take the alpha RC as common. Alpha RC into 1 minus e power of minus t by RC. This is the output expression for the ramp signal when is applied to the HVRC signal. Okay. Now we can expand this e power of x in order to get a simplified value. So now expand e power of minus t by RC as it is in the form of e power of minus x. We know the formula: e power of minus x equal to 1 minus x plus x square by 2 factorial and so on. Okay, using this formula I am going to simplify this one. Then V out of t equal to alpha RC into, I am taking the first two terms, higher order terms, 1 minus, here e power of minus x. So 1 minus, okay, t by 2 RC, sorry, t by RC plus t by rc whole square by 2 factorial means 2. Okay, I am taking only the 2 terms, second order up to second order higher order terms, and now simplifying this we will get as excuse me, alpha rc, this minus 1 and minus 1 will get cancelled, minus into minus plus, t by rc minus t square by 2 rc. Okay, this is the value, this is the output expression V naught of t. This is V naught of t. Now again simplify this one, it will be alpha rc t by rc minus alpha rc t square by 2 rc. Now cancel the rc terms in the numerator and the denominator. Then we will get the final value of V naught of t as, in terms of the t, alpha t minus alpha t square by 2 rc. Here 2 rc, x square no, 2 rc. Okay. Now taking alpha t as common, it is 1 minus t by 2 rc. This is the output So this is the final output expression for the ramp signal when it is applied to a HPRC circuit. This is the final output equation for a ramp signal when it is applied to a HPRC circuit. So the output waveform will be represented like this. The actual output should be like this. It should be linearly increased, but it is not linearly increased. There will be a deviation of, okay, there is a deviation. Okay, this is the output equation. This deviation we can calculate by using the transmission error. Okay, by using the transmission error we can find out how much it is deviated from the original input signal to output signal. Okay, we will see now transmission. Now the transmission error, in order to find out the transmission error, we have to find out the transmission error. It is represented as ET. Okay, the formula for ET equal to V input minus V output by V input at t equal to capital T. That is, this is the output waveform we have obtained after this one. This is the actual input we are giving, but the output signal is appearing like this. The maximum deviation is appeared, and we are going to find out this error at the time period t. At the time period t we are calculating. So t equal to t. We know, what do we know? V input equal to alpha t and V output equal to alpha t into 1 minus t by 2 rc. Now substitute these two equations in the transmission error formula. Then we will get ET equal to alpha t minus alpha t into 1 minus t by 2 rc by alpha t at t equal to t. Now simplify this one. Alpha t minus into minus plus alpha t square by 2 rc by alpha t at t equal to t. Now simplify this one. This plus alpha t and minus alpha t will get cancelled. Now taking alpha t as common. Taking alpha t as common, we get ET equal to alpha t into 1 minus plus T by 2 RC plus T by 2 RC by alpha T at T equal to T. Now alpha T and alpha T get cancels and transmission error equal to -1 and +1 is also cancels. T by 2 RC at T equal to T. Now substitute in the place of small t at capital T. At the output, at the time period of T, we will get a transmission error as capital T by 2 RC. This is the transmission error we have to calculate. Okay, this is the transmission error we have to calculate. And also, we can also write in terms of frequency. In terms of frequency, the transmission error is represented as follows. That is Et equal to pi f1 into t, where f1 is 1 by 2 pi RC, which is the lower 3 dB of frequency of HPRC circuit. Okay, you all understand what we have discussed? We have discussed about the transmission error of the ramp signal which is obtained at the output. It is having a deviation from the original input signal to the output signal, and we are finding that deviation by using the transmission error ET. This is the formula, and substituting all the values we will get the transmission error as equal to T by 2 RC. Okay, the transmission error is T by 2 RC. Thank you.